Hello everyone.
Hello everyone.
Hi guys, how are you?
We have a special guest today.
I'm not special.
You're always special.
These guys are the ones who are special, and you guys are special. I'm just.
So everyone is special.
Yeah,
That means no one is special.
exactly.
We strongly believe in equality. So
Yeah,
that's good
that's
news.
the one. I think that's important.
You see, Papi Bless is super excited because Dad
Oh,
is
hi,
back.
Bobby Bless. Nice to see you. Oh, we were just looking at a picture of you and your son earlier this
yeah.
week that you had sent in. We're like, remember when he sent that in? So cute.
Yeah, because we had actually quite a special week. We had
Was special.
why special? The
No,
big-
it's not. I'm kidding. Yeah, it's special.
The big bosses were here. Now we had a visit from Hasbro and we're showing them what we have been doing and everything, and that's why we also showed a very special part of this game that is our community.
Yes.
And Papilis was there, Nathan Webb.
Nathan was there.
and
Waza was there.
Oh yeah,
We
Waza was there.
showed. Who else did we chat about? Just in general, all of you guys who make content, like Engineer Hoist, and oh yeah, you gotta send it live.
Quick.
Go.
So Facebook was missing, now it's not.
There we go.
There you go. Hello everyone from Facebook.
Hi guys at
Hi
Facebook.
guys, we
How are
haven't
you?
forgotten about you.
No, just for a second. But yeah, we were just saying how we had a nice visit from Hasbro in the office earlier this week. They come once a year just to kind of
Just to bring some toys.
to bring toys. Yeah, did
They
you
were-
show them the big toy?
No. We got big toys from Hasbro.
Yeah.
But we got some specific instruction not to bring it on the street.
Oh, did we?
While
Oh.
Yanis is not here.
Oh, I see. Okay. That's why. I was like, why are we showing? Okay,
Yeah.
fair enough. We might have another like live building session. I think for some of the toys they gave us.
Oh yeah, that would be cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got one big toy from Hasbro that's sitting on Yanis'
that's
desk.
pretty intense.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we got a really cool Soundwave one. Actually, we have two of those, and I want one, but for some reason they're not giving it to me. So.
Is it here? This
Soundwave.
Is he there?
Yes,
This is the one I want.
And Yanis was like, no.
I know,
No.
and I was like, well, I just want this one. And he was like, no, Deb, like it has to be fair for everybody. I was like, what do you mean fair for everybody? That's...
Then you were like, I've been working on this game since the beginning.
Yeah, I was like, I've been here for like 4 years. Are you kidding me? I want the toy.
Pulling all the arguments.
Yeah, give me the toy.
And then you were
Yeah.
walking away with the box, and Giannis is almost following you like, "Rrrr. Do you think
Yeah,
you're
it's
good?
hilarious. And then I think somebody else was like, what about Team Spirit, Deb? And I was like, screw Team Spirit. Give me Soundwave.
Yeah, well, we'll do a lottery with whoever has work on the team.
It's ridiculous.
Well, then you get a random one because obviously everyone wants
That's not even
Megatron
a-
because
what?
it's the best bot ever. Look at that, it's amazing.
See, all of us here in this room could be happy
Yeah.
because you want Megatron,
I want
I want Soundwave, and
And
he
I want
wants
Thundercracker.
Thundercracker. So
okay, deal. See you
So I
tomorrow.
feel like we're fine. And you know what, guys? You should write in and just be like, let them have their toys.
Well, Yanis is not here.
Well, he's
Uh,
yeah.
here today.
Yes. Exactly. Or even when he comes back, then he'll come back to like a flood of messages of people being like, let them have their toys. What's your problem? Anyways, that's really not the
that's-
content of today's stream,
you were
but
expecting, but
I'm using this
to-
platform to voice my concerns, you know?
to put some social pressure to it.
Yeah, exactly. I call for
that's
change.
Smart. That's smart.
Yeah, some people are asking about Hasbro and the relationship with Space Ape because there was this thing where Backflip Studio was closed.
Ah, yes.
Yeah, no, Hasbro is not dropping us.
No,
They
yeah.
were here they were here, was
Tuesday.
it Tuesday? Yeah, it was Tuesday, so they come every year so we can decide like what's gonna be
Yes.
the content for the game over the next year, so there is
Yeah.
a lot of
Lots of
interesting
stuff
things.
planned. No one's going anywhere. Yeah, I think we sent out some like comms to the community and stuff just to let you guys know, like, don't worry, everything is fine. I mean, we've largely run or pretty much have run the game ourselves anyway since its inception. So we're just gonna continue to
So
do
it doesn't
that.
change.
It doesn't really
No.
change anything, honestly. For
It
you
was like
guys.
it's a publishing platform, so everything about the game it's on site. It was just a second step to make it published on the stores, but yeah, nothing changes at all.
No. Nope.
No, so
Everything
don't worry.
stays as is, so you're all good.
You are stuck with us for many years now,
Yes.
and more to come. So yeah, if you hear any rumors, no, we are not closing the game,
No.
and nothing is changing for the game at all.
No. I mean, it will change for like, new stuff will
Better,
come.
even better.
Yes. New things will happen. But
So people are asking, is the game well and alive in 2020?
yeah.
I think we've discussed so much things that we have like content roadmap until the end of 2021.
Yeah, it's so true.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot.
There was
a
a
lot
lot
of
of
stuff.
this.
It was a long meeting.
Yeah. Well, it was all day.
What's that? Yeah, it was all day. But even the part of like, here's the stuff that's coming up. It's like,
Yeah.
yeah.
That was cool. That was really cool.
Yeah, and it's really cool actually to like brainstorm with Hasbro on that stuff, right? And be like, oh, what do you guys think? We have these ideas, and yeah,
Yeah.
they're great actually.
They're
Really
great.
like working
Oh,
with
yeah.
them.
And some of them have been working on Transformers for like over 20 years, so
Yeah.
just like really impressive knowledge they have in the franchise. And it's always like, they will always bring stuff that you haven't thought about, like
Yeah.
corner of the law that you can put in the game.
yeah, exactly.
We know everything that's happening next year, and we won't tell you.
No, that's
But
true.
we know everything.
Yes, and even actually the Hasbro guys, they were saying how important you guys were and how you guys are the lifeblood of the game, and we were like, yes, this is true. Yeah. Oh, and some of them watch the stream actually, so if you guys are here, hello.
Hello. Yes, we're talking only nice things. Of course.
Ah, yeah, actually, if Hasbro's watching, tell Giannis to give me the sound wave. Getting all the rallies.
Or send
together.
more sound waves, like 20 of them.
Yeah,
But you know what? We haven't said hi to anyone.
that's true. Just been ranting mostly.
Let's say hi to some people.
Let's say hi to Grim Weasel, Papi Blaze, hello to Dev88 Prime, Fur77, Baron Bio, Paul Deschamps? Paul Deschamps? I don't
that
know.
sounds French.
Yeah, that sounds French. Green Alien, Caporal, Chronos Prime, hello to Bing Bronze Brim, the Aziria, hello to Rookie222 Gaming, and that will be it for Twitch.
In Facebook, we have Brit Formers. That's we know you guys. So hi and thanks for watching. Primus ENGR Anger. Sin Hanson, only saying hi and kisses for Deb. Thank you.
Hi, Sean.
Hi, thank you, Sam. You are banned from the channel. Randall Hamilton, hola, hola.
Hola.
Tyler Cusack, Stephen C. Juanma J. Crow. Hello, everyone, and thanks for joining us in this stream where we'll talk about more stuff. But maybe Deb can say hi to some people from YouTube.
Sure, and I also saw LaShawn Smithy Smith, what's up? And Tyler Turney, Roman Armstrong. Hi, Nathan. How's
Hi,
it going?
Nathan.
UltraTube, CyberDan, The Last Cyan, Uday Mishra, Anton Issa, Dirty Spot, what's up? Damon Swinkle, Epic Boy Sky, hello. Hello, how's it going? Michael Rabbi, Sunstreaker, what's
Hey,
up, what's up?
Sistrika.
A Damage, and who else? A name I cannot pronounce because it looks to be Russian, I think.
Epic Boys Guy. Are you that Epic Boys Guy?
I think so.
Oh, wow. Very impressive.
Have
Hello.
you been to our studio before? I remember
For a second, I was expecting to hear an answer from the camera, like, yeah, we listen.
No, I remember chatting to you like a couple years ago, but I don't know if you've been here or if we just chatted online. I cannot remember.
I feel so amateur now, like, we have real professionals of
They're all
Yeah,
real
we are,
professionals.
but
Kalman.
you know what I mean. It's
I
just being a fanboy here.
It's true.
It's
It's okay, you can fanboy. But yeah, nice to see you. You know who I miss? Do you know who I miss? And I'm gonna check that he's not there. Otherwise, is Zachary Couture. What happened to
Oh.
Zachary Couture? If anybody knows, Let me know.
Yeah. Yes. Send signals of
What's
proof
that?
of life or something.
Proof of life for Zachary Couture. I just love the name. It's great.
Nice.
It's great.
So what's coming up today?
Yes, tell us.
So we'll have initially we'll talk about the event for this weekend, social engineering.
Oh wow, what a program!
Wow. What else we have this weekend? We'll talk about the next 5 stars.
Yeah, the vote was finished on Tuesday, I think. The result was in the newsletter, but we'll show the bots in the stream. We will probably do a little bit of dialogues.
Oh, hey.
You have to stay for
I
this.
said, oh, okay. All right.
And then we will show the two new bots.
2 new bots.
Yeah.
You know some stuff about them already. They are Jaijo also.
G.I. Joe characters, there was some paint over in the newsletter, but we will show you them in the showroom in 3D in their full glory with G.I. Joe character attached.
Okay, so yeah, as usual, we try to check the chat if you have any questions, suggestions.
There was actually a question about G.I. Joe. People are asking how long and how many G.I. Joe characters are we planning to have in the game?
Uh,
Well, I think, can we say or no? I mean, there is these 2 new characters coming up in 2 or 3 weeks, 2 weeks I think. And because a lot of players are asking always like, oh, you do G.I. Joe characters, but not all the G1s are in the game.
Yeah.
But so we're not gonna do all the G1s and then go to something else. So we bring like some kind of like we paint over like Cybertronian version or Beast Wars, G.I. Joe. And I think we can safely say that there will be a break from G.I. Joe after these 2 ones. There will be a little surprise in 2 or 3 weeks on top of these 2 characters. But after that, we'll probably go back to
the usual. Yeah, the thing is also the theme was so big with a loading screen and the first time having this crossover that we wanted to put it together into sagas in a row. But the intention after that is to come back to G1. I think we are going to back to the basics, so something exciting.
Yeah.
The
Next one
classics.
after is
Classics.
G1. Yeah. Should we talk about the event then?
So yeah, let me go first.
He's got to find it first.
Yeah.
Somebody said
Yes.
this Megatron looks really cool. Where is he?
This one?
Is it this one?
It's very cool.
Yeah, it's really cool. So that's the siege line, and you can say like, I think so. There is this war. They look quite Cybertronian, and they all have this like fake scratches for battle.
Yeah. Same with this. Where's my guy?
It's like you can see the metal behind.
Yeah, the metal scratch. You can see it really well on the legs. You probably
cool.
cannot really see it really well on the stream because
It's
of the
like
reflection.
battle worn.
Yeah. It reminds me that we have a skin actually in game for Megatron, the battle hardened skin.
And it's kind of like silver.
Oh yeah, that one's cool as well.
It's like
Actually, yeah.
also
Okay.
battle used and everything. It's very cool.
Yes.
The transform form for Megatron here looks really good.
Oh, yeah.
We haven't done it, but because we don't have time. But it looks really cool.
Oh, a lot of ideas. So, jumping into the game.
I'm like, just gonna open it.
At the end of the stream, this box will be missing, right?
Well, maybe the box will still be here, but the contents might be missing.
I put a banana inside or something. What happened
Transform
there?
this.
So, social engineering. Thanks, Neil, if you're watching it. It's a colleague that always gives very good names for the events because I have a tendency to bring weird names for
And
the
sometimes
events.
inappropriate names. I remember that was my
Because-
favorite. When it was like, you can't say that. Oh my
It
gosh.
was lost in translation.
It was lost in translation. But
Yeah.
that was it.
It was
Very
weird.
inappropriate.
But the theme of this saga will be all about human technological interface because the crossover, and we start with social engineering, and it's a 4-star event. You can get a 4-star crystal. That's the big reward. It will be in the form of shards, so you can actually exchange the shards to get a 4-star crystal of the faction of your choice if you want to collect all faction bots. Then 2,000 premium shards, 4,000 spark, that's a lot. And then affinity crystals with a chance to get spark, 3-star or more 4-star shards. And on top of that, super XP per battle. So it will be one of these weekends where you can really go up with your bots and level them up to maximum level. So seeing a bit the lineup, it's nothing really new. I changed the crystal, but the rest is the same as the last time we ran a 4-star event because it was pretty good and people had fun, with the difference of the affinity crystal that has a different name, but it's the same crystal. So you can play safe this weekend and get all these amazing rewards. And going on to the battle zones, confirm. It's repo, so you will see it's super XP. Sorry, it's super XP. So to tell when it's a super XP, what you can do is to go event zone 14, and if it says 900, it's super XP. If it says 600 something, it's triple XP. Accordingly, the other zones are also giving an extra amount of XP, and especially the lower zones are very good for new joiners to level them bots up in an easy way and have fun during the weekend. So that's all for the weekend event, social engineering.
Social engineering. I like it.
Engineering.
Are we gonna do dialogue?
In a world of Transformers. And the dialogue. Yes, let's
Yes.
do.
Is it the first week of the saga?
It's the second. No, it's the first.
First.
Yeah, it's the first because last
week
weekend was
Halloween.
Halloween.
Yeah.
The structure of the saga will be a bit different because the end of saga landed on Thanksgiving and it's not bueno to have such an event during Thanksgiving.
It's no bueno.
So the end of the saga, I mean the leaderboard event or ATP event, I don't know yet, will happen in 2 weeks, not in 4 weeks. So Thanksgiving, it's safe. It will be an easy event. You can play or not play, you won't miss much, so you can be with your family, that's the important thing, and enjoy this celebration.
Oh, so nice.
So the bot will be available, right?
In 2 weeks.
In 2 weeks.
In
Yeah.
2 weeks.
Yeah. That's what Yanis told me the other day. You remember that bot you had 3 weeks to make? Now it's 2 weeks.
Surprise.
Okay.
That's how you remember when they're coming out.
It's partially my fault because I checked, okay, last year, 22nd of November, Thanksgiving, and no, it's the last Thursday of every November. So this last Thursday is this year, it's all changed.
Yes.
And so it's Black Friday, that is the next day. Huh? I learned it.
Hey,
Now I can
that's good.
do American celebrations.
I mean, I don't really. Actually, this year I am celebrating because a friend is doing a Thanksgiving thing. She's not
Yes.
American either, but it should be fun.
And you're going to have like a huge turkey.
I don't know. She's vegan, so maybe we'll have one of those tofurkey things.
Tofu turkey.
That could be good.
When I was a child, we had a turkey in my house. I used to live in the countryside and we had a huge turkey
Yeah.
and a huge dog, and at some point we didn't have the turkey anymore. Imagine.
But the dog kept.
Yeah, and he was well fed, very well fed.
The dog was a little bit fat.
He did celebrate. Okay, so let's play the transmission. Should we just jump or
Sure.
you jump in? Well, we can see it there.
Yes.
Oh, it's a bit out of.
It is.
It is. Well, it says Duke.
What's that?
It says Duke. Okay, we are adjusting the image, it's a bit out of the screen. Another funny story, everything on the system was bad configured, misconfigured for some reason, so we had to configure it again, and this thing happened. Smaller, yes.
Almost.
Almost there.
The suspense.
Yeah. It's curious because we can see the chat, everyone is quiet. You must be flipping out with the
Alright.
stream today.
I think it's okay.
Okay, so.
Can I be Optimus?
Yeah, sure.
Duke, it is good to meet face to face at last.
Well, you can't be too careful.
I don't see the image. Oh, Duke is missing.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. Well, just imagine it.
Hold
That's the
on.
Duke.
Let me move.
Yeah, it must be the streaming assets.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, imagine Duke.
Imagine
You can imagine him any way you
Both of
want.
us in the same physical location.
Not exactly.
Not exactly. Fish in a barrel for our enemies.
Not really.
How to make really sure no one knew where or where? That's the question. Where are you?
Getting so you can trust anyone these days.
Haha, your Jetfire. Still sore about Melody, huh? How she was our inside G.I. Joe gal all this time.
We were all a little thrown by the revelation that Melody, who we took at face value, was in truth one of your units. How did she put it? Reserve assets.
Yeah, well, desperate times call for some bare-faced brass, Optimus Prime. As I'm sure you know only too well. But here we are, mending fences and undinking dented fenders.
Nothing dented about your fender, Hound. You look good as new, maybe better in your upgraded vehicle mode.
I was about to say when we see him. No. Looks amazing.
Oh yeah.
Woo,
Okay.
that upgraded vehicle mode. Oh my gosh.
Sure, I'm on fire. My new vamp art form is half kicking wonder.
After kicking over.
Half kicking wonder.
Before we get down to business, meet my closest and most trusted wingman, Scarlet and Snake
Oh, no.
Ace. Scarlet.
Though we prefer wing persons these days.
Oh.
Pardon?
Snake Eyes is a man of few words. Let's his actions speak for him and so forth.
Whatever, you say you had a proposition for us, Duke? Let's hear it.
Actually, it's less us and more for you, Jetfire. See, with Cobra getting all coiled up and cozy with Decepticon now, I ain't out to guess this next move.
And we need something equal and opposite. Ooh,
Whoa.
so much mystery.
That was a real teasing dialogue. If you're really excited about seeing the G.I. Joe characters, you'll
Yes.
have to wait. We didn't want to spoil it for you.
That's right. This is all just part of the. Yeah, don't worry, that'll get fixed.
To be fair, just right now in the game, the dialogue, you can play it. You can always play it during the stream, so you can be part of it also.
Oh.
And last time I checked, you could see the new characters. It's just this QA device we're using that doesn't have the assets. But it should be there. If it's not, we'll fix it. Don't worry.
So yeah, we're not hinting too much on what's gonna happen to Jetfire because you already know and you've seen in the
Yeah.
trailer. Was it in the trailer? No. You see Skywalk like
yeah.
Yeah.
But-
as a new revamped G.I. Joe character, but yeah, the other one
Yeah.
is Jetfire. We announced it in this week
in
newsletter.
newsletter,
It's gonna be the third time that Jetfire is given his body to the science.
Yes.
Love that.
He's a science guy, right?
This is
The guinea pig.
This is his like now written in his biography the way Simon wrote it. Like
Yeah,
Jetfire
yeah.
is always out for a little bit of
He
science.
needs extra cash. He's always donating his body to science.
Yeah.
Doing some medical tests.
Exactly. Well, guys, I have to duck out.
Well, thanks for joining us.
Thank you for having me. Thanks for having me, guys. I will see you again soon, in a couple weeks.
Yeah, we have a stream in 2 weeks, so
Yes.
if you want to join us.
I will say hello.
Yeah, and we're
Yes.
gonna show that big toy.
Oh, yeah, I want to be around
yeah.
for that. And like I said, don't forget my petition. Yes.
Yeah, we're not seeing anything, so.
Get on my side. Thanks.
Okay, thank you.
Bye, guys.
Bye, Debs.
See you later.
See you later. Yes, so that's the story of these new aerial bots. Crossover still with G.I. Joe, something big, something cool.
Yeah, you can see the characters now in the dialogue, and you can also. Did we communicate about this? I don't remember. But yeah, there will be for Skywarp and Night Raven, and also Jetfire Sky Striker. There's going to be a G.I. Joe character attached to them in the showroom, and that will influence their special abilities same way, housebound. And,
Yeah, that's what I want to say. So you will be able to see, as you see, you can Cobra Commander in the bridge, no, what's the name? No, in the showroom.
In the showroom.
I always call it a space bridge because it reminds me to a space bridge.
Yeah, the space bridge is the place where you open your crystal.
Yeah. But it's kind of next to it, right? They go out and then they show their mode.
What?
In my imagination, the bridge,
Yeah,
and then
yeah.
it's a showroom. So cool bots coming up.
Should we show them now, maybe?
Yeah.
Let's switch.
So we need to switch device or just
No, you just need to switch environment. So yeah, these bots are still very much in progress. I am currently still configuring them, so we will only show the showroom. The special ability is not on this server. Right now, it will, as per usual, we will just it's not even QA at the moment, but then after that, it will go to the playtester for fine-tuning it. The playtester are currently working on the next G1 cores with me.
Oh, yeah.
They have been announced in the newsletter, so you can already see which bots will receive the G1 treatment next. And this is, to remind you, it's like Sunstreaker and Swindle, there is Skyburst and Onslaught.
Mhm.
There is the two I don't know if you say no?
No.
No. And we,
I don't remember them.
what was the last one?
Well, you have. That's a reminder. If you are not signed up on our newsletter, you should, because there is always interesting information there.
Yeah, the last two are Swoop and Scorch.
Oh yeah, Swoop and Scorch, and yeah, this will be the next bots to get this G1 cores that give them a new look, or a classic look in this case, and tune to be more up to meta, up to the current state of the game. So you will always have the chance to still play with them.
People have been asking me on Discord when they're gonna be released, more or less. Can you say that?
It should come after the end of the saga. So in 2 weeks we'll have another stream, and also it will be the bot event to get these new bots, and then afterwards we'll start releasing the G1 course in the usual manner than always. There will be some bundles, maybe there is something event related, but yeah, it will happen after the end of saga, let's say. So, do you have it there? Should I switch?
Yeah, you can switch.
So
So
let's
people
go
are asking
back
what
to
do cores do. We haven't communicated about this because they're still we're still fine tuning them. I heard there was some leak from the playtester today. There was some pictures of description of the cores. Don't think it's going to be the definitive version. It can still change quite a lot. So what you've seen is most probably not what you're going to get after the end of the saga.
And that's a reminder because there was also some comments. What is shown here during the stream or what the playtesters are doing is not the final result. It's not the final version of the bots and the skills. So don't believe or don't expect it to be exactly the same, because there are always balance changes that need to be applied, and yeah. So be surprised if the end.
So here everything is like preview, work in progress,
Yeah.
sneak peek. Everything is like subject to change. You can generally the information that is reliable is the one we communicate like the week prior to the thing in the newsletter most of the time.
Yeah.
And yeah, so disclaimer: what you're going to see today again is not the definitive version.
And usually, because it's easy to balance something by making it less strong, usually the initial skills are super strong, and then we just tune them down. But yeah, just a reminder. And there we are. We are in the...
Yeah, we are in the game. Jetfire Sky Striker is here. So this is the new form of Jetfire. Remember, we had Jetfire since the beginning of the game. He had the Cybertron treatment when we released the raids, making him like a very valuable bot in raids, because he was, compared to other air class, he was like very resistant, which in raid is important.
This tanky kind of area.
Yeah, and he was also doing extra damage in raid, and Yeah, and now he's getting like a more kind of like terrestrial, how do you say that? Like Earth treatment, where he's more into the G.I. Joe kind of like lore with like a realistic
Classic military.
classic military plane. You can see Snake Eyes next to him with his weapon, his two swords.
Oh.
Yeah, and then this is the plane we were just talking about.
If you want to show me.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. I like the transformation as well. It's really well animated. It looks quite a classic Jetfire Sky Striker.
That's
It's slightly bigger than the original Jetfire.
The head is smaller than the previous Jetfire, no?
Yeah.
It's more fitting now, but it looks cool.
It looks cool. And you can, that's what I was talking about before. I'm gonna go very quick on this, so people can see that. Yeah, Jetfires, that's the bio that you will discover also that was written by Simon Furman. Jetfire considers his body a testament to the science he studies so intently, and he treats his chassis as malleable quantity that must be kept up to date, incorporating the latest cutting-edge tech. So yeah, that's what it's going to be this time. Last time it was more of a Cybertron adventure. Now it's going to be a more kind of like regular battle Jetfire, up to the meta kind of thing that we're going to have this time.
And up to the story, right? Because back in Cybertron Inform was needed. Now we are back to Earth and things are different and the battles are different. And also I like how we keep the same, it's not easy for Simon to keep the same form, the different forms of the same character instead of just adding, alternate version or the version from the past. No, these are dynamic things that are happening to our characters and they are changing and they are evolving. Then we have Starscream also happening, all these changes and other bots, and it's pretty cool on the story.
Yeah, so we can show the Decepticon side. Where is he? Yeah, Skywarp, Night Raven. So it's a new pairing because Jetfire was not originally paired with Skywarp. And here you can see he is in the showroom with Storm Shadow.
Nice.
I really like this one. I think he has like kind of a different color scheme than like all the bots. The artists really wanted to give the dark colors a really dark, which is kind of different because usually they are more grey.
It feels like a toy from back in the time, like one, like proper toy you could mount and dismount and transform. I mean,
Look at that! It's really cool. And you have like really the Skywarp colors. So we had like.
I like how in his flight mode he looks kind of evil. It's like an evil plane with a cockpit and everything. So cool. And there.
So yeah, same thing. We will probably reveal the ability in 2 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
Probably there's going to be more information about them in the next newsletter, and then probably a reveal of ability and stat and all of that in the next stream, where we'll probably like take them for battle.
Yeah, we'll have everything ready. It will be in 2 weeks. Do you want to show the big bio for him? Or?
I don't remember the bio, but I think there's something about his intelligence. Though not terribly bright, Skywarp's teleportation abilities make him a go-to seeker for sudden surprise aerial attacks, even if he'd rather use them to pull immature pranks on his fellow Decepticon.
Nice.
So there is, so I remember he pulls a prank in the story as well when you unlock it, like someone wrote something about this. And the reference to the teleportation was or will also be used. So when the bot gets unlocked, you see that in 2 weeks.
Nice. Oh, so new words coming in related to the story. Let's back to the chat. Here, there. So when can you get these bots? It's in 2 weeks. We'll have a bit of advance this time because Thanksgiving is happening, and there won't be so much waiting this time to get them.
People are asking where's the Cobra logo. Yeah, indeed. I realized today the Cobra logo was actually not on the model as it is on the trailer.
Oh,
so, the one that is on the it is indeed missing. I know that I'm gonna have to go and talk to the artist it. It's not a difficult thing. It would be really nice touch to have it there.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
It
yeah.
should be
It should be there.
kind of a differentiating thing they're having.
Yeah, I've been working on it for a while. I think even before the trailer was there, we were like modeling it, and then they added the Cobra logo during the trailer, and it's kind of like it's obvious we should have it there.
Yeah.
So yeah, we work
So
on
as
that.
usual, this is not the final form. As you can see, there are some tweaks to apply, and that's what we will do for the next weeks. So,
I'm just gonna look if there is some more questions.
okay, yes. Let's look. Yeah, it's Papibles asked, what is the Cobra logo? Good eye, Papibles, you are right. And
Somebody is asking if a feature can be added to the alliance list of players to show whose combiner shield is active. I think so. This is typically the thing that Yanis would look at.
Yeah.
I will bring the question to him. He's been doing a lot of kind of like quality of life feature we call
features,
them.
absolutely.
So that's the thing that like are not in the game, just like are not a big feature, but just like make the game just more enjoyable and more like plays with the like more of a like tactic games where you can check all of these details that you need to know. So I cannot really answer this question because it's a bit outside of my skills, but I'm gonna tell Yanis about it definitely when he comes back. Tell us about the new 5-star badge.
Oh yeah, that was the next thing we wanted to talk about.
Yeah, so we can't unfortunately talk about the whole batch.
Can we say who is the winner?
We can say who's the winner.
Well, they know.
They know.
But the winner for the next 5-star crystal is, yes, Foresight and Reflector. Healer class. I think it will be a great addition for the 5-star lineup, having these super strong healers there. That's a most popular bot option, so that's a request from you, from the community.
Yeah.
And these are the winners, so they will be for sure in the next batch. But as you were saying,
Yeah, the thing is like we would normally have decided by then, but like it's a decision we take with
Yeah.
all the team, and then Yanis flew to a conference in Amsterdam today, and we didn't really have time to get to the whole batch. So what is for sure is that the first two Autobot and Decepticon are decided. The rest is decided by the team. We'll probably communicate very quick about the rest.
So second, third, fourth position, it doesn't guarantee that it will go there. The first one for sure, these are the healers, but the rest we still have to decide. It's a matter of balance, it's a matter of what kind of strategies will these bots suppose to the game. So yeah, we're still deciding for the next batch of 5-stars.
Some people say like, how about we forget that vote and go with Hotspot instead? We know that Hotspot it came second.
Yeah,
right?
it
It
came
came second. So it's definitely a lot of people will be a bit bitter about not having Hotspot in the game. We know it's the second one. We might take it into account when we decide. But yeah, the winner is still.
So we have them, we can read it. Foresight and Reflector won by 11.51%. Second vote was Hotspot and Tantrum by 9 and 63. Third vote was Autobot Impactor and Decepticon Impactor, and I like that it's one of the newest bots and the appreciation is high, and you want the next version of it. It's pretty cool to see
I'm
them.
surprised they didn't win because they would make a
it's
pretty powerful 5-star. I'm a bit surprised they didn't get higher.
Yeah, well, he was on third position with a 7%, 706. Then Blades and Dirt, another one of the newest bots with 6.93%. And then Triple Changer on the 5th position, Sandstorm and Octon with 6.14%, pretty close to the previous one. These are the numbers of the poll. I mean, there are always this kind of comments like, oh, you have triggered it, or it's rigged, or you have decided. Really, if we wanted to just put some votes, we would do. But we want to give the chance to the people to vote. And as the same as the last poll, we don't know who is going to be the winner. Many players believe it's going to be a pairing, but then it comes to be another because who votes is the whole sum of the community. And these are the winners. These are the ones we for sure will implement into the game. Foresight and Reflector.
Cool.
Cool. So we still will have some time for a trivia, but maybe we can try to get more questions.
When is the batch coming?
We don't know the votes. We don't know when the
Yeah,
votes.
so we wanted to give you the votes. The thing is, like, as we mentioned it, as we did it before with the last batch, once we've decided which bots are gonna come in, we also like sit down and think like, oh, is this bot really cool for a 5-star, or do we want to give it a little boost? Is it a bit lackluster? We've done that last time. I'd like to say which one we've boosted, but I don't remember now. So yeah, there's a little bit of time still. We're currently working on the next pair of bots, working on G1 cores. Next thing to do will be the review the 5-star batch and decide which bots are coming in and which are gonna get a little improvement.
So a bit of time I don't know, could be next year, early next year, could be any other moment, but we don't know yet. Havoc Prime is saying, why is there always a bad bot in every 5-star batch? I think you won't agree with me, but we could put the best top 5 bots, and there will be always the best and the worst inside the super strong ones. And we believe that every single 5-star has its utility in game, whatever it's Straxus or other less popular bots, and they are by average already stronger than any other bot. So we don't think there is a bad bot. There is just more or less popular options, and there will always happen on preference on every single batch. So yeah, we don't put anything on there just to say this is the bad one because we want you to get a bad one. No, it's because every single bot has a different use, and not every single bot we will add will be just attack or just super OP damage, but different kind of uses for them.
Could we get bot squad synergies added? So when a bot is added to the squad together, they give bonus effects on the other bots. This is something I was thinking about. It's a nice way to play into the lore, because you know, when if like a bot is like some sort of like they've been together in the cartoon, they were fighting alongside each other and all of that. I don't know. It's like in terms of design, it's a little bit difficult, because how would you know that these bots are complementing each other? Where would you put it in the game? And all of that. We have kind of bot that increase each other's by using the squad core. This is this kind of like synergy that we could reuse. It's definitely something we think about, but I don't know if it's gonna happen in
I think at some point we had on the table discussed like Dinobot cores or this kind of thing, but then you are forcing people to play that specific set of bots. You cannot make them super strong by having the core.
Yeah,
So
because the
it's
thing
really
is like,
difficult just to.
It's what we were saying is like you compose your squad differently because they're just Dinobots. So you destroy existing strategy to force a new one, which is not a really great experience.
And every bot has its role, and not necessarily all the Dinobots cover all the roles for the game. So it's tricky. It's tricky. We like the lore, we like the idea, but on the implementation of the game, maybe not so good.
People were asking to change Mirage ability, and also they say we need G1 cores for Smokescreen and Mirage to give them the G1 abilities. We would like to do G1 cores a little bit faster. The last batch that's coming up now, it was a bit delayed because we had like a lot of work going on with GI Joe release. Probably Mirage could be in the next G1. It's like we usually go with like older bots to try to make them a little bit, but let's see, potentially. But if we go for Mirage, I will really try to make something that has to do with stealth and invisibility to really stick to the lore. I wish I could do something like that, definitely.
Oh, if we could do everything we would like to the game, it would be amazing.
Should we go with trivia then?
Let's go with trivia. As usual, thank you for Nathan Webb. He always is so kind to send us the questions and the answers, because if not, we would be so lost. This time we have another 2 questions. They're kind of related to last week. That was Halloween, and that's where kind of the theme goes.
Because we were supposed to have a stream last week, but we had a Halloween company party.
Yes, that's the main reason we couldn't do it.
And we could not attend that, so yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry about that. So let's go to the trivia. I will just remind you that we will send the winners some freebies. But for us to find you, you need to give your answer and you need to give your HQ level, your in-game name and your alliance name along with your answer, so we can find you and send you some freebie if you get the right answer to the question that's coming right after.
Perfect.
So the question this week is, we've recently celebrated Halloween where all things spooky come out in the night, but can you name both of the horror cons? So related to Halloween, what are the name of both the horror cons?
So I guess it's only two of them.
Yeah.
And they are horror cons, and they are horror.
Are they these ones?
Yes, we'll show
These
the
two?
image.
Yeah.
No, this is the
Yeah.
first question. So I think it's this and then this. We'll show them. But meanwhile, you have to guess them. Which one are the names of the horror cons? And we will be checking the chats. Remember, we need a way to find you if you are the winner. So player name, alliance, what else? HQ level, anything that makes you stand out. If any other person has your same player name or something like that, so we can identify you and give you your well-owned reward. And I will be checking meanwhile if there is also any other question I could answer. Different chats. Brian Hinchcliffe. Please, next crossover, 80s Voltron Force, Lions and Vehicles. I guess, but Lions, please. This kind of the crossover has started many different stories here. And what could be next, what could be the next big thing to come, but I think the most proper and fitting one was Joe, because it has happened before and it's kind of more solid on the Transformers lore. And for now, that will be the only crossover we will have for now. So in the future, who knows? But we were always happy to hear about your ideas. There was also like Mask, this show from the 80s that were in between Transformers and G.I. Joe. There has been some ideas on the table that I won't say because we cannot stick to anything, but for now only G.I. Joe.
Yeah, and it's kind of like, with some players were just like wondering if it was becoming a Transformers G.I. Joe game. No, it's still like a Transformers game. We'll have some, it's really started like a G1 Transformers game, and then we have some bots that come from other part of the lore, and G.I. Joe is considered one of this. Just like as we did Beast Wars, for example.
We will expand this lore, we will expand these walls, but for now only Transformers.
And G1 next. Should we? I have some winners.
Okay, let's.
So should we say the winners first or the reply? The answer.
Let's go for the winners.
No, let's go for the answer.
Let's go for the answer. Sorry, I was talking without.
So the question was: we recently celebrated Halloween, where all things spooky come out in the night. But can you name both of the horror con? So the answer was Ape Face and Snapdragon. They're cool names.
It's Ape Face, Snapdragon, and you have them on the screen now. Ape Face, obviously, evil, mad monkey ape face, and Snapdragon that we don't have the alt from there, but I'm pretty sure it's cool and horrific because it's a horror con.
Snapdragon.
And we like them, so who knows? Maybe someday you can have them in game. Maybe.
Oh, Snapdragon look pretty cool.
Okay.
What kind?
I see why they are supposed to be spooky. I will meanwhile jump. Congratulations to the winners.
We don't know. So the winners are, we have Thunderbot from Allspark Nights. We see them quite every week, Allspark Nights, answering questions on that quiz. I think I remember them. We have Oceanus 4 from Terra Guardians. And finally, we have Burnout Prime from the Rangers Wreckers.
Mm-hmm. I hope it helps to the Burnout, and congratulations to the winners.
Yeah, you will probably receive your freebie by tomorrow or Monday.
Days,
give it a few days, and if you haven't received it, contact the support. They will sort you out.
Then, jumping to question number 2, it says, Monstructor was the combined form of which G1 Decepticon subgroup? So, this group put together, combined it into Monstructor.
What is the name of the Decepticon subgroup that combines into Constructor?
Yes. Do you want to remember who is this guy? We have a picture. And some hints there on the different members that combine into this bot.
It is a very colorful combiner.
It is United Colors of Monstructor. We don't need every single name. We just want to know the name of the group of these bots. And it's quite popular, to be honest, so it shouldn't be hard.
Yeah, for example, like you know that, for example, the subgroup, the Autobot subgroup to combine into Defensor, they are the Protector bots. So this is the same kind of name that we're looking for Monstructor.
Yeah, exactly. You don't need to think about all the 6 names, just the group, because they are always named as a clan or group or Dinobots, Predacons.
I didn't know that combiner.
Yeah, actually we always look for combiners to add into the game, and it gets harder and harder because the most popular ones are already in the game. But it looks cool actually. Maybe less colors or toned down version of it.
This is this G1.
Continuity.
Yeah, but they're not in the cartoon, for example. They like appear in cartoons and they still have a toy. But
So I'm gonna pick a few winners because I see a lot of answers already. I see wrong answers. I see late answers from the previous question. Okay, looking for more winners. This one, we got one. Usually what we do is we pick a winner from each platform, so it's fair for everyone in YouTube, Facebook and Twitch. That's our main 3 platforms where you can watch us.
so the Geoblazers is like tell Hasbro to make them. This is kind of like when we met them in the meeting and we were talking about some toys and just like I was thinking sometimes, oh, make a cool toy and we'll definitely put it in the game.
Oh yeah. My dream is to see the Sentius Twins as a toy.
Yeah,
It could happen.
it will have to be a big one
Oh yeah.
because it's quite detailed.
And it has to transform to this arachnid
Yeah.
mode, turret mode.
That would
That'd
look
be
so
very
cool as a toy.
So only one winner missing. I'm missing someone from Facebook. Okay, I have some answers. Facebook winner picked. Yeah. And now I'm writing them now so we don't forget, and so we can send the winners' names to our customer service to send these freebies. And the answer for the bots or the group that makes into Monstructor are the Pretender Monsters. The Pretender Monsters is the answer.
Which are Icepeak, Birdbrain, Bristleback, Scowl, Slug, and Wildfly. They sound like they have all pretty animal names. Right?
Yeah, I like Bird Brain.
I wonder how Wildfly looks like.
I'm gonna call my friends Bird Brain from now on. What's up, Bird Brain? Shut up, you bird! Nice. Winners. Ulchar, aka Starscream, saying that are the Pretenders. So Ulchar for the second Dark Ops. Congratulations. Second winner, Cines33, giving the right answer, and he's in S7 Siltin 7, Sector 7 Family Seal Alliance. And the next winner is Dan Riley, whose name in the game is Olivelo. And it's from the Alliance TFW 2005 Classics.
Congratulations, guys! You get some freebies from our community agents.
Yes.
That will be sent to you soon.
Yeah, so what we do now, it's before closing, we send them. And these are the winners, then give them a few days. They may be busy with other stuff, but they won't be lost. And if you don't get them, send us a ticket, because we get them and we sell them. So you will get your rewards for sure. And it's 6 already.
Yeah, so that's it for us today. I hope you enjoyed the stream. Quick summary, there is an event this weekend that we talked about. You can all see all the details in the newsletter. We've shown the new bots, so if you just joined us, you can just like look at this stream, scroll back, and you can see Skywarp Night Raven and Jetfire Sky Striker in the showroom. They look pretty cool. Like there've been a lot of like love from our artists on them. Yeah, and we will be back in 2 weeks.
Yes.
The bots will be released. Then we'll probably have a stream the day before, and we will show the ability.
About them. We saw more questions, but unfortunately we don't have more time. So hold that questions, drop them in 2 weeks on the next stream, and we'll talk about them.
And if you really cannot wait, you can also I don't know, contact the support, and maybe,
Yes.
maybe they will answer your questions. And if they can't answer, they will contact us. We generally that goes that way.
Yeah. So thank you for everyone for watching us.
Yeah, and see you in 2 weeks.
Bye.
Bye.